I remember making little write-ups in my notebook while I was studying, trying to. I was always, I was always interested in math in a certain kind of way, where I was really interested in. Okay, first of all, to add some context to this before I say it, I'm in a state that was 50th in education. So my teachers were fucking horrible, man. I remember when I first entered AP Calculus in high school, the teacher had introduced the class by saying, and I'm sure you can imagine the gesticulations with her hands in your own mind, I don't have to show you that, but she said, so let's imagine every other math class that you have taken is right here. Well, calculus is way, way up here. And most of you guys are going to struggle, and most of you guys are going to find it to be really hard, and that's okay, because this is a different kind of math. This is exposing you to the higher levels of math. And I just couldn't fucking take her seriously after she said that. It's fucking calculus. It's basically just algebra. Unless you're doing... I don't know. And I just remember I had slept through every single class in its entirety for the first 2 weeks. And then I got an A, like 100% on the first test. And my teacher said she wanted to talk to me. And I went up to her and I just like innocently asked her a question about something that we weren't supposed to be learning until week 7, and told her like, yeah, I think I'm starting to get the idea of this. And she just looked at me and put her hands on her hips and sighed and said, you know, Forrest, I really resent you. And this is me, like, literally been passionate about math my entire life. I was in newspapers as a child for being like a math prodigy. I like was locally famous as a 2-year-old because I could already do like my whole multiplication table. And like, I'm in calculus, just fucking AP calculus, trying to ask my teacher a question. She says, you know, I resent you, Forrest, because you represent everything that I always detested as in other students when I was a math student. I went to she got a bachelor's in mathematics when the final class to get a bachelor's was differential equations, which there's like 15 classes more than that now that you have to take to get a bachelor's. And she said, you know, I passed my differential equations class after getting, I think, a 42% in the class that ended up getting rounded up to a C because the class was too challenging. And I had to work my ass off throughout my entire math career to understand math. It wasn't easy for me, and it's not easy for a lot of these students. And when you sleep through all my classes, you set a bad example for these students who have to go home and study 4 or 5 hours a day just to grasp these concepts. I was like, fuck, dude, shut up. That's like what I was thinking. I got to college and like, it's so shocking how big of a difference a good teacher can make. And this is why I say we need to get more good math teachers, because I remember my math professor's name in college. His full name is Dan. You know when you know a professor's first and last name fucking years after you took their class, they were a good teacher. And that guy made a big impact on me. And he was only my Calculus 3 teacher. But he spent a lot of his free time making visualizations in like these like graphics programs. I don't know, I'm sure you've probably worked with some of them, but I don't really know what they are. Just for like certain imaging and math. spent a lot of his free time like making graphics to help people visualize the math that they were doing, which was really helpful for me. And like, I literally was in his office hours every single day, and he would take time out of his fucking busy life as a professor to help me with my extracurricular stuff. Like when I was studying proofs and number theory, he would always like, he'd spend fucking 30 minutes out of his office hours trying to solve problems that I couldn't solve, and sometimes he couldn't solve either. But he actually cared about like the fact that I was passionate about math, because he was passionate about math too. That guy made a really big difference for me. Just a shame I ran out of money, otherwise I would probably have my degree right now. Eventually I'll get it. What did I major in? I was majoring in math, but I dropped out because I ran out of money and I didn't want to go into debt. Oops. Yeah, I mean, with the bachelor's in math, like, maybe you just chose math. And especially back when you didn't even need to know proofs to get a fucking bachelor's. I mean, I'm sure there were a lot of people who weren't really necessarily passionate about math. Nowadays with the curriculum, you definitely have to be passionate about math to get a math degree. But a lot of these people, they get a bachelor's in math when it really wasn't hard to get a bachelor's in math. Like, I would literally already have a bachelor's in math, according to what she said to me. And, I don't even have my associates right now, so I was one class away from my associates. But a lot of these people just, you know, they get a bachelor's in math and then they learn that the only thing you can do with the bachelor's in math is teach, really. And so that was their only option. They couldn't pursue higher maths. Dark Mold, tell me 2 to the power of 10 right now or you're banned. Dark Mold. You Googled that shit. I'll let him back eventually when he gets some sense. That's in binary. I mean, I remember when I was 4 years old and my dad came into my room to tell me a bedtime story, and I told him, he asked me what I wanted to have a story about tonight, and I asked him how do you do long division, and he literally sat there, and for my bedtime story he explained to me how to do long division, and I never forgot. I was a weird fucking kid. The saddest fucking thing about my entire life is that I went to public school. Like, I genuinely didn't fucking learn anything for 6 years of elementary school. I swear to God. I remember always feeling like I fucking wasn't learning anything. I mean, it was 6th grade, we were still doing basic arithmetic and like some simple geometry, and that was it. It literally wasn't until fucking 7th grade that we moved past basic arithmetic in this stupid fucking 50th in education state. And unfortunately, while I was getting really good fucking parenting as a very young child, my parents weren't very intelligent beyond basic arithmetic, and they were able to facilitate me that far, but then they also fucking separated when I was 5. So what chance did I have? I literally just wasted fucking 6 years of like my fucking prime A1 fucking neuroplasticity and mental development as a child. How is it a coat? It's not like I'm saying like, oh, this is why I didn't get my fucking degree. No, I was perfectly capable of getting my degree. I ran out of money. I'm just saying I really don't know where I could have ended up had I actually been properly facilitated beyond my fucking first 5 years of life in terms of my education. Like, fucking imagine if after I had finished learning all the basic arithmetic, they had just set me on algebra at age fucking 5. So yeah, that's the only thing in my life that I just honestly lament. Dude, why are people just weird? Like, I'm literally just talking. Does it matter which one you went to? Honestly, I don't know. I just know that I'm in a state that's 50th in education, and our public school system is really subpar. Like, when you look at, I mean, I can first look at kids in other states where by the time they finish high school, they're 2 math classes ahead of where I was, and I was taking all the advanced classes. And then you can look at fucking places like China where their 12-year-olds are doing calculus. And that's what I'm saying, is I wonder if I genuinely could have been there, if I could have been that fucking 12-year-old doing calculus like those Chinese kids, and I wonder where that would have taken me in life. That's all I'm saying. Do I think it's too late for me? No. But I do think that it's impossible to understate the, or to overstate. It's impossible to overstate just how powerful a fucking child's brain is. Like, when you learn something around that age, it's like by the time your brain actually finishes developing, that becomes such a powerful and large segment of your fucking mental processing. Like your primary mental processing. Like, you literally just see things differently when you learn them as a child. It's like how you can teach children to have perfect pitch, but it's extremely hard to learn that as an adult. Memorize SpongeBob. It's pretty badass. I mean, I remember a lot of SpongeBob from when I was a kid too. As a Orochi, it's not bad. Yeah, work definitely is draining. don't even want to start talking about my work right now because it's so unbelievably fucking stressful for me. It's farming everywhere, to be honest with you. It just makes me sick how much money increases the quality of your fucking life. Like, I don't know. I mean, obviously, I'm sure every single person has realized now that that old adage of money can't buy happiness is absolute fucking bullshit. Maybe money can't buy happiness, but not having enough money can certainly bring you a lot of fucking devastating fucking sadness. So, I think in some sense, money definitely does buy you happiness. And right now, my fucking manager is hanging this $30 or $30,000 a year promotion over my head, and he has been for like 3 months, and just using it to fucking abuse me at work because he knows that's literally life-changing fucking money. And I just have to suck it up and fucking deal with it because, like, that is literally life-changing fucking money. To get fucking $30,000 more dollars per year. So I have that hanging over my head every fucking day that I go to work, and I dread going to work every fucking day because he's not transparent with me about when I'm supposed to get my promotion. He told me, yeah, you fucking passed all our tests, you're gonna be promoted. He told me that fucking 2 months ago, and I'm still not actually promoted. He hasn't made anything official yet, and fucking he told me like the other week that he made an official mark on my fucking transfer request and is concerned that I'm a fucking problem because I was checking a text message in the middle of my fucking shift. He's literally just fucking hanging it over my head and just it's a little fucking carrot on a stick, and he's putting me on a fucking treadmill. And it's so fucking stressful, man, because I need that money so bad, and I have literally dedicated my whole life to this promotion over the last 2 years because I dropped out of school because I knew that I could gun for this position and make the same, if not better, money than I would with my degree. So I was like, well, I could go into debt to finish my degree, or I could just get money that I really need right now. And so the fact that he's been dragging his fucking feet out so long, oh, it just makes me fucking sick. Because I have a lot of stuff going on in my life right now where I really need that money. Wow, I can't strafe right now. Yeah, I don't know, I have a feeling that he's not going to anytime soon either, but you know, what I do know is that September 1st, there's going to be another vacancy in that position because one of his employees is retiring. And so if he doesn't, I'm going to talk to him at that time. And if he doesn't give me the position, I'm going to look for a different job. And that's going to be really shitty. So, but I don't really want to think about that until I actually talk to him at that time. Because, you know, he said that there's a transfer request and with human resources, and I know that vacancy is coming up on the 1st. And so maybe that's what he's been waiting for, who knows. Am I working as a mathematician? No. Yeah, because of just how bad I need that money, I don't really talk about what I do or where I work, because I don't want anybody interfering with that any further than it already is, like, frustrating, so. Become construction worker. Yeah, it's hard work. Still out, man.
Search.
impossible. That is literally impossible. What's up, Unity?